lot, like you own the whole damn land. Cheap tattoos behind the boardwalk, spray paint under motel lights. We were young and way too reckless, living loud on summer nights. Plastic paradise, running wild beneath the sun. Plastic paradise, like we'd never come undone. Your ripped jeans covered in glitter, black eyeliner in the rain. Every song blasting through your speakers sounded sweet and insane. The guitars exploded through the sunset, crowd screaming at the beach. For a moment life felt endless, like freedom was finally in reach. Malibu vipers still racing through my brain. Malibu vipers, nothing stays the same. I remember rooftop house parties, pool lights glowing neon blue. Now every empty boulevard still reminds me of you. Teenage rebels by the freeway, laughing underneath street signs. Everybody chasing forever before growing scared of time. Maybe you feels like a firecracker, beautiful but gone too fast. Maybe lonely hearts stay haunted by the ghosts inside the past. Plastic paradise, still burning in my soul. Plastic paradise, never growing old. Your old hoodie in my bedroom still smells faintly like perfume, and every song we scream together still echoes through the room. The drums hit hard like California thunder, rolling underneath the stars. Every note feels full of chaos, like graffiti sprayed across my heart. Malibu vipers, still glowing after dark. Malibu vipers, you left your mark. Morning sunlight crossed the ocean, gold against exhausted eyes. Another wild night disappeared right before our lives, and every beach road after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Plastic paradise, still trapped inside my chest. Plastic paradise, the wild hearts never rest. Satellite, tears across the highway, blue lights glowing on the rain. Your reflection in the rearview, still driving through my brain. FM radio playing slowly, songs we used to sing at night. Funny how a simple melody can still destroy me inside. Satellite tears still falling through my soul. Satellite tears, I'm losing control. Your silver bracelet on the dashboard, cold against my fingertips. Every little thing you left behind here still tastes like your kiss. The 808 shake beneath the silence, heavy like a broken dream. Every late night conversation still destroys my self-esteem. Night drive FM, still echoing in my head. Night drive FM, repeating things you said. I remember midnight gas stations, coffee cups and city lights. Now every freeway feels abandoned since you vanished from my life. people who ruin their lives. Satellite tears still trapped inside my mind. Satellite tears, the dangerous call. The voice note still inside my headphones, soft against the midnight air. And every little thing you left here still makes me wish you cared. The scents drift slow like distant thunder, floating heavy through the dark. Every chord sounds cold and empty, like headlights breaking through my heart. Night drive, still haunting every night. Night drive, nothing feels right. Morning sunlight touch the freeway, cold against exhausted eyes. Another sleepless night behind me, another place where love died. And every rainy road after midnight still reminds me of you. So how somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Satellite tears still burning in my chest. Satellite tears, the lonely never rest. Yeah. Satellite tears across the highway, blue lights glowing on the rain. Your reflection in the rearview, still driving through my brain. FM radio playing slowly, songs we used to sing at night. Funny how a simple melody can still destroy me inside. Satellite tears still falling through my soul. Satellite tears, I'm losing control. Your silver bracelet on the dashboard, cold against my fingertips. Every little thing you left behind here still tastes like your kiss. The 808 shake beneath the silence, heavy like a broken dream. Every late night conversation still destroys my self-esteem. Night drive, FM still echoing in my head. Night drive, FM repeating things you said. I remember midnight gas stations, coffee cups and city lights. Now every freeway feels abandoned since you vanished from my life. Girls outside the neon diners laughing underneath the signs. Everybody's chasing heaven while I replay old goodbyes. Maybe toxic love feels endless, 'cause the chaos feels alive. Maybe lonely hearts stay addicted to the people who ruin their lives. Satellite tears still trapped inside my mind. Satellite tears, the dangerous kind. Your voice note still inside my headphones, soft against the midnight air. And every little thing you left here still makes me wish you cared. The scents drift slow like distant thunder, floating heavy through the dark. Every chord sounds cold and empty, like headlights breaking through my heart. Night drive, FM still haunting every night. Night drive, FM cold against exhausted eyes. Another sleepless night behind me. Another place where love died. And every rainy road after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever yet never lets you go. Satellite tears still burning in my chest. Satellite tears, the lonely never rest. Neon Tokyo hearts in the crosswalk, rain reflecting purple lights. Your silhouette beneath the billboards still haunts my sleepless nights. Shibuya traffic moving slowly, blue smoke drifting through the cold. Funny how this giant city still feels empty when I'm alone. Neon Tokyo hearts still burning through my veins. Neon Tokyo hearts, nothing feels the same. Your black hoodie on my shoulders still smells faintly like your skin. Every little thing you left here still pulls me back again. The 808 shake beneath the silence, heavy like a broken dream. Every late night conversation still destroys my self-esteem. Rain under Shibuya still falling in my mind. Rain under Shibuya, the dangerous kind. I remember midnight train rides, pink lights glowing in your eyes. Now every station in this city feels haunted every night. Girls outside the karaoke rooftops, laughing underneath neon signs. Everybody's chasing heaven while I replay old goodbyes. Maybe toxic love feels endless, 'cause the chaos feels alive. Maybe lonely hearts stay addicted to the people who ruin their lives. Neon Tokyo hearts still trapped inside my chest. Neon Tokyo hearts, the lonely never rest. Your voice note still inside my headphones, soft against the midnight air. And every little thing you left here still makes me wish you cared. The scents drift slow like digital thunder, floating heavy through the dark. Every chord sounds cold and empty, like neon breaking through my heart. Rain under Shibuya still haunting every night. Rain under Shibuya, nothing feels right. Morning sunlight across the skyline, gold against exhausted eyes. Another sleepless night behind me. Another place where love died. And every rainy street after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever yet never lets you go. Neon Tokyo hearts still burning in my chest. Neon Tokyo hearts, the lonely never rest. blossoms in the station, pink petals under neon lights, Tokyo screaming through the speakers like a dream alive tonight. Black boots running through the crosswalk, rain reflecting silver skies. We were young and undefeated, with fire burning in our eyes. Electric samurai, racing through the midnight storm. Electric samurai, wild and reborn. Your headphones hanging from your jacket, graffiti hearts across the train. Every song sounded like freedom, mixed with chaos and pain. The guitars exploded like thunder, echoing through crowded streets. For a moment we felt endless, like warriors refusing defeat. Cherry blossom riot, still burning in my brain. Cherry blossom riot, nothing stays the same. I remember rooftop conversations, vending machines glowing blue. Now every alley in this city still reminds me of you. Teenage rebels by the river, laughing underneath the rain. Everybody chasing destiny before heartbreak knew our names. Maybe it feels like a battle, beautiful but hard to win. Maybe lonely hearts keep fighting, 'cause they're scared to fade again. Electric samurai, still running through my soul. Electric samurai, never growing old. Your old scarf inside my backpack still smells faintly like perfume, and every song we scream together still echoes through my room. The strings rise high like movie endings, fireworks against the dark. Every note feels full of power, like lightning inside my heart. Cherry blossom riot, still glowing after dark. Cherry blossom riot, you left your mark. Morning sunlight crossed the skyline, gold against exhausted eyes. Another wild night disappeared right before our lives, and every train ride after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Electric samurai, still trapped inside my chest. Electric samurai, the wild hearts never rest. Black roses growing by the graveyard, moonlight dripping on the stone. Your shadow dancing through the garden like a ghost I used to know. Silver chains around your leather jacket, cigarette smoke in the rain. Funny how the wildest lovers always leave the deepest pain. Poison bloom, still crawling through my veins. fingerprints upon the mirror, cold against my fingertips. Every whispered word between us still burns upon my lips. The guitar screamed like thunder crashing, echoing beneath the night. Every song sounded dangerous, like falling straight into the firelight. Caught in the thorns, still growing in my soul. Caught in the thorns, beyond control. Midnight cemetery walks, candles glowing in your eyes. Now every lonely church bell haunts me like forgotten lullabies. Young rebels dressed in black velvet, dancing underneath red skies. Everybody chasing darkness before learning how to cry. Maybe love feels like a poison, beautiful but built to scar. Maybe lonely hearts keep bleeding 'cause they love too hard. Poison bloom, still burning in my chest. Oh, poison bloom, the broken never rest. Your old necklace in my bedroom still smells faintly like perfume. And every song we scream together still echoes through the room. The violins rise soft like moonlight, floating through the cemetery air. Every note feels full of sorrow, like your ghost still standing there. Garden of thorns, still haunting every night. Garden of thorns, nothing feels right. Morning sunlight crossed the gravestones, gold against exhausted eyes. Another tragic night disappeared right before sunrise. And every black rose after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Poison bloom, still trapped inside my chest. Poison bloom, the fallen hearts never rest. Glowing through the rain, your reflection in the television study, still dancing through my brain. Empty bottles on the carpet, blue smoke floating near the fan. Your silver earrings on the nightstand, cold against my fingertip. Every little thing you left behind here still tastes like your kid. The 808s shake beneath the silence, heavy like a broken dream. Every late night conversation still destroys my self-esteem. Static love still echoing in my mind. Static love, the dangerous kind. I remember midnight swimming, city lights across the shore. Now every wave against the highway makes me miss you more and more. Girls outside the neon diners, laughing underneath the sun. Everybody's chasing heaven while I replay oh goodbye. Maybe toxic love feels endless, 'cause the chaos feels alive. Maybe lonely hearts stay addicted to the people who ruin their lives. Moonlight, motel, still trapped inside my chest. Moonlight, motel, the lonely never rests. Your voice notes still inside my headphone, soft against the midnight air. And every little thing you left here still makes me wish you cared. The scents drift slow like ocean thunder, floating heavy through the dark. Every chord sounds cold and empty, like headlights breaking through my heart. Static love still haunting every night. Static love, nothing feels right. Morning sunlight touched the curtain, gold against exhausted eyes. Another sleepless night behind me, another place where love died. And every rainy motel after midnight still reminds me of your soul, how somebody leaves forever yet never lets you go. Moonlight, motel, still burning in my chest. Moonlight, motel, the lonely never ends. Red wine dripping from the table, velvet shadows on the wall. Your black suit moving through the smoke like danger dressed for the ball. High heels echo through the ballroom, candles shaking in the dark. Funny how a single glance can set a lonely soul on fire. Shadow tango, pull me deeper through the night. Shadow tango, everything feels alive. Your fingers tracing down my shoulder, shoulder, slow like poison in my veins. Every step became addiction, mixed with pleasure and pain. The violins cried through the speakers like heartbreak, learning how to dance. For a moment we looked timeless, lost inside a reckless romance. Velvet poison, still burning on my lips. Velvet poison, danger in your kiss. I remember midnight conversations, moonlight shining in your eyes. Now every empty dance hall haunts me like a ghost from old goodbyes. Lovers spinning underneath chandeliers, diamonds glowing in the dark. Everybody chasing passion before it tears their hearts apart. Maybe love feels like a tango, beautiful but built to burn. Maybe lonely souls stay dancing 'cause they're scared they'll never learn. Shadow tango, still running through my soul. Shadow tango, beyond control. Your black gloves inside my suitcase still smell faintly like cologne. And every song we dance together still makes me feel alone. The violins rise like thunder, crashing, echoing beneath the lights. Every note feels full of danger, like fire dancing through the night. Poison, still glowing in my brain. Velvet poison, nothing stays the same. Morning sunlight crossed the ballroom, gold against exhausted eyes. Another reckless night disappeared right before our lives. And every tango after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Shadow tango, still trapped inside my chest. Shadow tango, the wild hearts never static voices through the television, channel 9 at 2 a.m. You were drawing stars on my sneakers, talking about escaping. Then street lights painted gold on sidewalks, summer heat beneath our skin. We were reckless little dreamers, certain life would let us win. Electric daydreams, running wild inside my head. Electric daydreams, living words we never said. Your skateboard rolling down the alley, cherry soda in your hand. Every song on late night radio felt like we could rule the land. The drums exploded like a heartbeat, fireflies across the park. For a moment we felt endless, like fireworks against the dark. Lost on channel 9. Static voices through the television, Channel 9 at 2 a.m. You were drawing stars on my sneakers, talking about escaping then. Streetlights painted gold on sidewalks, summer heat beneath our skin. We were reckless little dreamers, certain life would let us win. Electric daydreams, running wild inside my head. Electric daydreams, living words we never said. A skateboard rolling down the alley, cherry soda in your hand. Every song on late night radio felt like we could rule the land. The drums exploded like a heartbeat, fireflies across the park. For a moment we felt endless, like fireworks against the dark. Lost on Channel 9, still flickering in my brain. Lost on Channel 9, nothing stays the same. I remember parking lot confessions, Polaroids beneath the moon. Now every empty basketball court feels abandoned way too soon. Teenage lovers by the gas station, dancing underneath neon signs. Everybody chasing freedom before growing scared of time. Maybe youth feels like a movie, beautiful but gone too fast. Maybe lonely hearts stay haunted by the ghosts inside the past. Electric daydreams, still burning in my soul. Electric daydreams, never growing old. Your old mixtape in my bedroom still plays softly after dark, and every cheap cassette recording still leaves shadows on my heart. The synths rise high like city skylines, floating softly through the night. Every note feels full of longing, like headlights fading out of sight. Lost on Channel 9, still glowing in my room. Lost on Channel 9, gone too soon. Morning sunlight touched the rooftops, gold against exhausted eyes. Another summer disappeared right before our lives, and every flashing sign after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Electric daydreams, still trapped inside my chest. Electric daydreams, the wild hearts never rest. skateboard beside the fireplace, cold against my fingertips. Every whispered vow between us still lingers on my lips. The drums rolled loud like thunder, echoing through royal gates. Every sound sounded eternal, like destiny controlled our fate. Crown of fire, still glowing in my soul. Crown of fire, beyond control. I remember midnight masquerades, crystal chandeliers above. Now every empty ballroom haunts me like a memory of love. Young royals dancing through the gardens, roses underneath the stars. Everybody chasing forever before learning heartbreak scars. Maybe love feels like a kingdom, beautiful but built to fall. Maybe lonely hearts keep dreaming 'cause they fear nothing at all. Velvet kingdom, still trapped inside my chest. Velvet kingdom, the dreamers never rise. Your old necklace in my chamber still shines softly after dark, and every hymn we sang together still echoes through my heart. The violins rise like dragon fire, floating through the castle air. Every note feels full of longing, like your ghost still standing there. Crown of fire, still haunting every night. Crown of fire, burning bright. Morning sunlight across the towers, gold against exhausted eyes. Another royal dream faded right before sunrise. And every candle after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Velvet kingdom, still burning in my chest. Velvet kingdom, a royal heart's never Salt wind blowing through the harbor, white waves crashing on the pier. Your old sweater wrapped around me like you're somehow still here. Wooden boats beneath the sunrise, seagulls crying through the dawn. Funny how the sea keeps moving even after love is gone. Ocean bones, still breaking with the tide. Ocean bones, trying hard to hide. Your footprints fading near the shoreline, cold sand underneath my feet. Every little thing about this coastline still feels bittersweet. The guitar hums soft like the ocean, gentle underneath the sky. Every note feels feels full of longing, like watching summer die. Sail away slowly, drifting out into the blue. Sail away slowly, like I once drifted from you. I remember bonfires by the water, cheap wine underneath the stars. Now every lighthouse in the distance feels haunted by old hearts. Young lovers dancing on the boardwalk, laughing underneath moonlight. Everybody chasing forever on those fragile summer nights. Maybe love feels like the ocean, beautiful but hard to hold. Maybe lonely hearts keep searching for the warmth they used to know. Ocean bones still aching in my chest. Ocean bones, the lonely never rest. Your handwritten letters in my suitcase still smell faintly like the sea, and every song we sang together still washes over me. The piano rises like the tide, now soft against the fading light. Every chord feels full of memory, like waves disappearing at night. Sail away slowly, still echoing in my mind. Sail away slowly, the beautiful kind. Across the harbor, gold against exhausted eyes. Another summer disappeared right before our lives. And every lonely beach at sunset still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Ocean bones still drifting through my chest. Wild tides never rest. Mirror balls above the dance floor, silver glitter in the air, platform heels and flashing cameras. Everybody stopped in the stairs. Champagne kisses in the neon, velvet ropes and limousine lights. We were queens of Saturday fever, living fast through endless nights. Starlight fever, burning brighter than the moon. Starlight fever, don't let this night end too soon. Your hands spinning me in circles, gold confetti in my hair. Every heartbeat matched the rhythm like magic floating everywhere. The bass line hit like electricity, crowds moving side to side. For a moment we felt immortal, like the whole world was alive. Disco hearts still dancing through my brain. Disco hearts, wild and untamed. Disco hearts still dancing through my brain. Disco hearts, wild and untamed. I remember rooftop after parties, city glowing down below. Now every empty dance floor haunts me like ghosts from long ago. Girls in sequins by the bar lights, laughing underneath the smoke. Everybody chasing freedom before real life made us broke. Maybe you feels like a disco, bright enough to blind your eyes. Maybe lonely souls keep dancing, trying to outrun goodbye. Still running through my soul. Disco hearts, never growing old. Yeah, still running through my soul. Disco hearts, never growing old. Your Polaroid our jackets still smells faintly like perfume, and every song we dance together still echoes through my room. The scents rise high like fireworks, shining underneath the dark. Every note feels full of glitter like disco lights inside my heart. Disco hearts still glowing after dark. Disco hearts, you left your mark. Morning sunlight hit the windows, gold against exhausted eyes. Another wild night disappeared right before our lives. And every flashing club after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever yet never lets you go. Disco hearts still trapped inside my chest. Disco hearts, the wild hearts never
Dust clouds rising from the highway, sunset burning orange skies. Your old truck radio still playing songs about small town lives. Wildflowers growing by the roadside, bare feet hanging from the door. We were chasing California, certain life had something more. Wildflower highway, running straight into the sun. Wildflower highway, like we'd never come undone. Yeah, your denim smell like gasoline, cheap coffee, and summer rain. Every mile felt like freedom before heartbreak knew our names. Guitars rang across the desert, windows open to the heat. For a moment life felt endless, rolling fast beneath our feet. California gold still shining in my mind. California gold, the reckless kind. Under broken stars now, every empty roadside diner feels haunted by old hearts. Teenage dreamers at the gas station, laughing underneath neon lights, and everybody chasing somewhere on those endless summer nights. Maybe youth feels like a wildfire, bright enough to light the dark. Baby, lonely hearts keep driving, trying to outrun broken hearts. Wildflower highway, still burning in my soul. Wildflower highway, never growing old. Your old boots by my bedroom doorway, still covered in desert dust. And every song we sang together still feels bigger than us. The guitars rise like distant thunder, rolling softly through the night. Every note feels full of longing, like headlights fading out of sight. California gold, still glowing after dark. California gold, you left your mark. Morning sunlight across the mountains, exhausted eyes. Another summer disappeared right before our lives, and every endless road at sunset still reminds me of your soul. Somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Wildflower highway, still trapped inside my chest. Wildflower highway, the wild hearts never rest. Clouds rising over mountains, lightning tearing through the sky, silver armor shining brightly like a fire that won't die. Battle flags across the kingdom, horses running through the rain. We were born inside the chaos, raised by thunder and by pain. Thunder Queen, riding fearless through the storm. Thunder Queen, wild and reborn. Your sword hanging by the firelight, scars glowing on your skin. Every battle made us stronger, every war taught us to win. The drums exploded like an earthquake, echoing through castle walls. For a moment we felt endless, like legends standing tall. Steel wings, still burning in my soul. Steel wings, beyond control. I remember midnight battles, torches lighting up your eyes. Now every ruined battlefield feels haunted by goodbyes. Warriors marching through the valleys, steel against the frozen night. Everybody chasing glory under pale moonlight. Maybe destiny feels violent, beautiful but built to scar. Maybe lonely hearts become legends after surviving every war. Thunder Queen, still running through my veins. Thunder Queen, nothing stays the same. Your old pendant in my armor, still cold against my chest. And every oath we swore together still refuses rest. The violins rise like dragon fire, roaring underneath the dark. Every bracelets in the firelight, cold against my fingertips. Every whispered word between us still burns upon my lips. The drums echo through the desert like a heartbeat in the dark. Every song sounded eternal, like ancient gods inside my heart. Golden Nile dreams still flowing through my mind. Golden Nile dreams, the endless I remember rooftop celebrations, candles glowing in your eyes. Now every lonely pyramid feels haunted by old lies. Dancers spinning under lanterns, smoke floating through the air. Everybody chasing power like love was never fair. Maybe hearts feel like the desert, beautiful but hard to tame. Maybe lonely souls keep wandering, trying to escape their pain. Electric pharaoh still burning in my soul. Electric pharaoh beyond control. Your old perfume upon my scarf now still lingers after dark. And every song we dance together still leaves fire in my heart. The flutes rise soft like desert moonlight, floating underneath the stars. Every note feels full of mystery, like hidden treasure scars. Golden Nile dreams still glowing in my brain. Golden Nile dreams, nothing stays the same. Your shadow dancing through the chapel like a prayer wrapped in pain. Stained glass glowing by the altar, silver moon across the floor. Funny how a heart keeps breaking even after love is gone. Broken halo, still floating over me. Broken halo, what are we supposed to be? Your velvet gloves upon the staircase, cold against my fingertips. Every whispered word between us still tastes like your kiss. The piano echoes through the silence like ghosts singing in the dark. Every note feels full of sorrow, like shattered pieces of my heart. Church of echoes, still calling out your name. Church of echoes, nothing stays the same. I remember midnight confessions, choir voices in the rain. Now every empty cathedral feels haunted by your name. Lonely angels by the candles, praying softly in the night. Everybody searching heaven, trying hard to find the light. Maybe love feels like religion, beautiful but built on scars. Maybe lonely souls keep falling 'cause they dream beyond the stars. Broken halo, still burning in my soul. Broken halo, beyond control. Your old necklace in my pocket still shines softly after dark. And every hymn we sang together still leaves shadows on my heart. The choir rises like thunder, floating high above the pain. Every chord feels full of longing, like tears falling down stained glass rain. Church of echoes, still glowing in my mind. Church of echoes, the tragic kind. Morning sunlight crossed the chapel, gold against exhausted eyes. Another lonely prayer faded right before sunrise. And every candle after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Broken halo, still trapped inside my chest. Broken halo, the fallen hearts never rest. dust rising from the road. Your black horse running through the canyon, like a story never told. Whiskey burning in the bar light, poker cards across the floor. Funny how the wild ones always end up wanting something more. Blood moon, rodeo, running reckless through the night. Blood moon, rodeo, everything feels alive. Your leather hat beside the jukebox, silver chains against your skin. Every little look you gave me pulled me deeper in. The guitar screamed like thunder rolling, echoing across the plains. Every song sounded dangerous, mixed with freedom and pain. Wildfire hearts, still burning in the dark. Wildfire hearts, leaving sparks. I remember midnight highway races, bonfires underneath the stars. Now every lonely desert diner feels haunted by old hearts. Cowboys dancing with the waitresses, boots stomping on wooden floors. Everybody chasing freedom through those swinging saloon doors. Maybe love feels like a wildfire, beautiful but hard to tame. Maybe lonely souls stay running 'cause they're scared of settling the same. Blood moon, rodeo, still riding through my soul. Blood moon, rodeo, beyond control. Your old bandana in my suitcase still smells faintly like smoke, and every song we scream together still keeps my heart broke. The guitars rise like train track thunder, rolling underneath the sky. Every note feels full of danger, like sparks learning how to fly. Wildfire hearts, still glowing in my brain. Wildfire hearts, nothing stays the same. Morning sunlight across the desert, gold against exhausted eyes. Another reckless night disappeared right before our lives. And every lonely bar after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Blood moon, rodeo, still trapped inside my chest. Blood moon, rodeo, the wild hearts never rest. Velvet curtains in the ballroom, champagne sparkling in the light. Your shadow dancing by the piano, like a dream alive tonight. Long black gloves and silver earrings, red lips glowing through the smoke. Everybody in the cabaret looked half glamorous, half broke. Moonlit cabaret, spinning softly through the night. Moonlit cabaret, everything feels alive. Your fingers tapping on the whiskey glass, slow beneath the chandelier. Every little smile you gave me made the whole room disappear. The saxophone cried through the speakers like heartbreak dressed in gold. For a moment we felt timeless, like an old movie unfolding slow. Champagne scents still burning on my lips. Champagne scents, danger in your kiss. I remember dancing by the staircase, jazz echoing through the hall. Now every empty ballroom haunts me, like your ghost behind the walls. Couples laughing near the bar lights, diamonds glowing in the haze. Everybody chasing romance in those smoky cabaret days. Maybe love feels like a jazz song, beautiful but gone too fast. Maybe lonely hearts stay haunted by the echoes of the past. Moonlit cabaret, still running through my veins. Moonlit cabaret, nothing stays the same. Your old perfume upon my collar still lingers after dark, and every song we dance together still leaves shadows on my heart. The trumpet rises soft like moonlight, floating underneath the stars. Every note feels full of longing, like gold lipstick on cigars. Champagne scents still glowing in my mind. Champagne scents, the dangerous kind. Morning sunlight across the ballroom, gold against exhausted eyes. Another reckless night disappeared right before our lives. And every jazz club after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Moonlit cabaret, still trapped inside my chest. Moonlit cabaret, the lonely never rest. Silver planets through the window, stars reflecting in your eyes. Spaceships drifting through the darkness, under endless neon skies. Gravity fading in the silence, floating soft jacket in the cockpit, blue lights glowing on your skin. Every little touch between us felt like worlds colliding in. The scent exploded like supernovas, echoing across the stars. Every song sounded eternal, like galaxies inside our hearts. Gravity zero, still drifting through my mind. Gravity zero, the endless kind. I remember midnight meteor showers, watching planets passing by. Now every lonely constellation feels haunted in the sky. Young dreamers on forgotten stations, dancing underneath moonlight. Everybody chasing forever through those endless cosmic nights. Maybe love feels like the cosmos, beautiful but hard to hold. Maybe lonely souls keep searching through the endless unknown. Starship hearts, still running through my soul. Starship hearts, beyond control. Your old photograph inside my helmet still shines softly after dark. And every song we played together still leaves stardust on my heart. The orchestras rise like rocket fire, blazing through the endless night. Every note feels full of wonder, like comets learning how to fly. Gravity zero, still glowing in my brain. Gravity zero, nothing stays the same. Morning sunlight across the station, gold against exhausted eyes. Another distant world behind us, another dream across the skies. And every falling star after midnight still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Starship hearts, still trapped inside my chest. Starship hearts, the dreamers never rest. Gold chain shining in the spotlight, crowd screaming out my name. They said small town girls stay broken, but I set the world on flames. High heels, stepping through the fire, black leather under neon skies. I learned how to turn my heartbreak into something that survives. Golden Empire, built from scars and sleepless nights. Golden Empire, watch me rise. it became a spark. Now I walk through every city like lightning in the dark. The drums explode like revolution, echoing beneath the lights. For a moment I feel endless, like a storm nobody fights. Queens never cry, even when their hearts collapse. Queens never cry, they fight back. I remember all the doubters laughing when I chased my dreams. Now they watch me from the sidelines while I own the silver screen. Girls with glitter in the front row, singing every word out loud. Everybody wants to come back till they gotta make it proud. Maybe pain can build a kingdom, maybe scars become your crown. Maybe lonely girls grow stronger every time the world shuts them down. Golden Empire, still burning in my soul. Golden Empire, I'm taking control. Your old letters in a shoebox don't hurt me anymore, 'cause every piece of shattered heartbreak built the woman I am for sure. The guitars rise like thunder, crashing fireworks across the sky. Every note feels like survival, like phoenix wings learning to fly. Queens never cry, still stronger after pain. Queens never cry, they ride. Morning sunlight hits the skyline, gold against determined eyes. Another chapter waits before me, another dream about to rise. And every stage light after midnight still reminds me where I started from. How somebody can break your heart but never stop what you become. Golden Empire, still shining in my chest. Golden Empire, the fearless never rests. Hey! Firelight burning in the canyon, smoke rising to the stars. Old motorcycles by the river, rust and dust upon the bars. We were kids with stolen cigarettes, leather boots and reckless hearts, laughing like the world was ours before everything fell apart. Firelight rebels, running wild beneath the moon. Firelight rebels, gone too soon. Your old guitar across the tailgate, cheap whiskey in your hand. Every song sounded like freedom, rolling through the badlands. The drums exploded through the silence, echoing across the hills. For a moment I felt endless, like nothing ever kills. Dust and dynamite still running through my veins. Dust and dynamite, nothing stays the same. I remember midnight bonfires, flames dancing in your eyes. Now every desert road feels haunted by old ghosts and old goodbyes. Young lovers sleeping in the backseat, stars stretched over broken towns. Everybody chasing freedom before life could drag them down. Baby, what feels like a wildfire, beautiful but built to burn. Maybe lonely hearts keep running 'cause they're scared they'll never learn. Firelight rebels, still burning in my soul. Fire Your black bandana in my closet still smells faintly like July. And every song we scream together still makes me wanna cry. The guitars rise like rolling thunder, heavy underneath the sky. Every note feels full of longing, like headlights fading by. Dust and dynamite still echoing at night. Dust and dynamite, the wild hearts fight. Morning sunlight crossed the canyon, gold against exhausted eyes. Another summer disappeared right before our lives. And every lonely road at sunset still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Firelight rebels, still trapped inside my chest. Firelight rebels, the wild hearts never rest. Rising beneath my feet, your shadow dancing by the firelight like a secret I can't keep. Desert wind through old motel signs, stars hanging low tonight. Funny how the silence out here still sounds louder than city lights. Midnight mirage floating softly through the sand. Through my hands, your turquoise rings against the lantern, cold against my fingertips. Every little thing about you still lingers on my lips. The drums echo through the valley like a heartbeat in the dark. Every note feels full of longing, like smoke rising from a spark. Desert bloom, growing wild beneath the moon. Desert bloom, gone too soon. I remember driving through Arizona, windows open to the heat. Now every lonely desert highway feels incomplete. Young lovers dancing by the bonfire, bare feet underneath the sky. Everybody chasing freedom before learning how to cry. Maybe love feels like the desert, beautiful but hard to stay. Maybe lonely souls keep wandering 'cause they're scared of fading away. Midnight mirage still burning in my soul. Midnight mirage, beyond control. Scarf inside my suitcase still smells faintly like perfume. And every song we sang together still echoes through my room. The scents rise soft like desert thunder, floating underneath the stars. Every chord feels full of mystery, like moonlight on old scars. Desert bloom, still glowing in my mind. Desert bloom, the rarest kind. Morning sunlight exhausted eyes. Another summer disappeared right before our lives, and every lonely road at sunrise still reminds me of your soul. How somebody leaves forever, yet never lets you go. Midnight in a rush, still trapped inside my chest. Midnight in a rush, the wild hearts never rest.
Sunglasses at the gas station, cherry soda in my hand, your skateboard rolling through the parking lot like you own the whole damn land. Cheap tattoo behind the boardwalk, spray paint under motel lights. We were young and way too reckless, living loud on summer nights. Plastic paradise, running wild beneath the sun. Plastic paradise, like we'd never come undone. Your ripped jeans covered in glitter, black eyeliner in the rain. Every song blasting through your speakers sounded sweet and insane. The guitars exploded through the sunset, crowd screaming at the beach. For a moment life felt endless, like freedom was finally in reach. Malibu vipers, still racing through my brain. Malibu vipers, nothing stays the same. I remember rooftop house parties, cool lights glowing neon blue. Now every empty boulevard still reminds me of you. Teenage rebels by the freeway, laughing underneath street signs. Everybody chasing forever before growing scared of time. Maybe youth feels like a firecracker, beautiful but gone too fast. Maybe lonely hearts stay haunted by the ghost inside the past. Plastic paradise, still burning in my soul. Plastic paradise, never growing old. Your old hoodie in my bedroom still smells faintly like perfume, and every song we scream together still echoes